Seems like it's working.
Yeah, cool. It's working.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the as of yet unnamed show, where we play Dungeons and Dragons. Essentially, what it's going to be is improvised storytelling. The four of us friends, we've been playing for 3-4 years at this point. We're going to be telling a story using the rule set of 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons to help decide when things go well and when things go poorly. Simple as that. There are some rules, but who cares? My name is Ruben, and I am the Game Master. Reed, why don't you present yourself?
Hey, I'm Reed Seitz. I'm playing Volks, the Goblin Cleric.
Tyler.
I'm Tyler Faison. I'm playing Orlo, the Goliath Rogue.
Hi, I'm Emily Forrest, and I'm playing Rue, the Dragonborn Wizard.
Alright. You guys know that to get into character, I like to ask just 1 or 2 questions when we start. So, going backwards the way we came, Rue, the Dragonborn Wizard.
Yes.
Do you consider yourself lucky?
Yes and no. I think I've gotten particularly lucky in terms of studying wizardry and magic, but that aside, I don't think I'm particularly lucky enough.
Can you name an instance, large or small, when you were lied to?
That is a long list, but I was young. There was a bit of a family thing. That
Go on.
wasn't exactly told the truth of. Some family members who weren't connected the way I thought.
Well, finally, I would just like to ask, would you like to pick a card, any card?
Third one from the right.
Well, let's see what we have here.
Bringing in
The Raven! Quite interesting. And with that, the person in front of you disappears. Orlo, the Nothing.
Yep.
Do you consider yourself lucky?
I make my own luck.
Can you name an instance, large or small, where you have been lied to?
I can name a few. First time I came to the city. First time they really bothered lying. I met this guy. He said, it was customary to leave my weapons at the door. Came back, weapons were gone. Simple as that. Never left my weapons at the door again.
Would you like to pick a card? Any card?
I'll take the top one.
The Broken One. Interesting, and the person in front of you disappears.
Well, that was just creepy. Gonna be real honest.
Volks.
Yes.
Do you consider yourself lucky?
99% yes. 1% no.
Can you think of an instance, large or small, where you have been lied to?
Yeah. So one time, my buddy Carter said that what we were dealing with was completely straight, and I believed him. He also promised me he would never pick me up. Firstly, it was not legal, and I got in trouble with the guard. Secondly, he picked me up. And then I bit him.
Interesting. And finally, would you like to pick a card? Any card?
The one that's the most middle.
The Innocent.
Oh.
And the person in front of you vanishes. We cut to all 3 of you at the base of a mountain. It is Windy and chilly, the three of you huddle together. The cold is bearable here at the base, but certainly a threat to anyone who takes the mountain lightly. The occasional snowflake drifts above. Ahead lies the Mountain of Prophets, a dangerous place that is nonetheless traversed by many due to the rumors that reaching its peak can grant people divine insights. The three of you are together for one purpose. The day you took the card from the old woman, you were cursed. The curse is at best an inconvenience and at worst quite terrifying, because it prevents you from staying in any place longer than a day. Once you've spent 24 hours in, let's say, a village or a forest or an area of undiscernible size or width, you must leave that place and you can never return. Struggling with this curse, the three of you have found each other. How did that go?
I imagine Bolts was very skeptical because she has to deal with two very much larger people when she likes dealing with much smaller folk.
Orlo was a bit confused by this goblin. Orlo is very short for a Goliath, about 5'10", lanky fellow, while still having the pale skin and tribal markings, though quite a few less than you would expect of a herd-born Goliath. However, he took well enough to them. They were people, simple enough, and seemed to share on the same curse he was dealing with that had really uprooted his plans. He has not picked up the goblin, seeing as
That would be
is he or she?
She.
She, as she is seems very obsessed with not being picked up.
It probably almost comes to the point where he reaches down and she very skeptically would take his hand, and if he got too close, she would kind of sidestep a little bit and then just give him a very small pat.
Just pat my thigh?
Yes.
Okay.
What is Rue doing in this encampment at the base of the mountain?
Rue doesn't like being the subject of a magical spell or curse when she herself doesn't understand it.
And what does she think of these two traveling companions she has met along the way?
They're interesting. She's met worse people, but she's met people that seem more put together, but they're also the only people who seem to know anything about what's going on. So she's going to reluctantly be part of this.
So here the three of you are. One dragonborn, meaning a humanoid person who walks on two legs but does have scales and sort of lizard-like features. A Goliath, a generally massive giantkin race, white or gray skin, pretty tough and muscular, and a goblin. All three of you fairly experienced in the ways of the world. You're more powerful than the average person. All three of you cursed with a very particular problem set before you. You've been told about two places that might have the answer that you seek, the solution to this curse. A mountain and a manor. The issue is that once you enter that place, you only have 24 hours to find the answers that you seek, or the curse will cause you to leave that place and never come back. What do you do?
Well, no use griping over it. Set up. And Orlo would immediately begin trekking up the mountain. This gray and white fur vest tucked around him, he seems less affected by the cold snow than you would expect.
Well, looks like he's chosen. And so, Volks quickly follows and she kind of picks up her mace, which you look and see that that's definitely a mace for a human person, not someone of her size. So it almost kind of is about her height as she kind of uses it almost like a walking stick. Though it's very clearly a battle mace. Her little hooded cloak kind of pulled around her and a shield kind of on her arm with bearing the symbol of a white dove.
Yeah, she's covered in metal and looks quite sturdy, small though she may be. All right. As you go upwards, you feel the incline getting steeper and steeper. There's still roots and grass and vegetation to be seen beneath the thin snow cover here, but it is getting colder. You feel the click of the spell in your mind that tells you you've entered a new area, and the countdown starts.
All right.
There is smoke up ahead, smoke from a campfire.
Hey, Rue, are you good with cold? Are you okay?
I'll be fine. Nothing I can't handle.
I mean, I don't really know how the Dragonborn works. Are you cold-blooded?
I feel like that's rude in certain cultures, but I know you didn't intend it that way. I'll be fine.
Actual question. Alright.
May I give you a bit of a hand? And Volks kind of holds out a hand and kind of very simply.
Sure.
So she immediately touches yours and you feel a tingle of energy go through. And note that you have guidance for the next minute. You can roll a d4 and add it to an ability check.
You feel a little twinge of divine guidance enter you. As you come across the campfire, you see two figures, one larger, one thin. You see two beaks pointing out underneath these.
Mm.
Well, hello there. Where are you coming from? Are you heading up the mountain?
Yes.
You see, sort of huddled over the smaller figure, a adult male Aarakocra, a sort of bird person, a bird humanoid with white feathers, is looking sort of hopeful. Will you make haste, please? Sit down for a moment. I will pay you in food or drink or gold. I have a favor to ask.
We kind of on a time limit.
Well, okay, then I shall make it quick. My wife, she headed up the mountain for a blessing, for a favor. She's a follower of Abadar, and she wanted to pray for prosperity, maybe find some guidance for our business, but she has not returned. And she's been up there for 2 days, and we're getting quite worried, and you see that he has a small child with him.
Alright. I suppose we could help out, but, you got any way to get us up the mountain faster? Knowledge of any trails?
Well, we
Check. Real quick.
You want to make a perception check?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just checking out some things.
What do you want to look at?
Just see if they're telling the truth.
I think that's an insight.
Or blurp. Wrong blurp. Yeah, I'm a fool. I also have insight, so that works.
Ooh, nice.
So,
18. The person seems honest enough. It seems like, he doesn't want to be taken for everything he has. Like, he's probably got some sort of, mace or a club in case you should try and attack him.
Mm.
But he is genuinely asking for help. I would go up myself, but I can't leave Pillow down here. So, your help would be appreciated. You need some. I have an extra climbing kit. she took one. If you would like it, I could part with that.
I appreciate that. Hand it on over.
So he hands you a small pack with some pythons and rope and all that.
Any descriptions of what she looks like beyond being Aarakocra?
What he
Well,
said.
I mean, no, she looks like me. She has these great sort of feathers that redden at the bottom. She's got a tail like nobody's been. Her name is Sorin, in case anyone. Sorin, yes.
Yeah, you almost went into some dangerous territory there. I don't want to hear about her tail. Just
right. Well, anyway,
I need to know.
Just please, if you see her, tell her that my son and I, we're still here, still waiting, and then we pray to Abadar that she makes it home safe.
All right.
May I make a check to see if I know who Abadar is?
Yes, make a religion check.
Which I surprisingly don't have, so it's just plus intelligence.
Yes.
That's an 11?
11. You think it has something to do with money, or bartering, or gates, maybe?
Volks is gonna take out a couple gold and just hand it to him. There. So just about like 2 gold. She doesn't really have a lot, but,
Well, thank you. I won't say no, of course, but I'm confused.
Yeah.
You're sitting out in the cold. It just seemed like a good thing to do.
He's sort of peeking underneath the metal of your armor. You're a goblin, and you see sort of hearing that the little child sort of, slides closer to his father. Is she with you?
Yeah, she's fine. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Well, thanks for the gold. I'll happily return it with extra. Should you bring Sorin home safely?
All right.
Consider it a gift, and then.
And with that, you leave the small band of the first failed pilgrimage you've come across.
And Orlo kind of turns towards the goblin. So why'd you give him 2 gold? I don't really think that replaces a wife.
No.
She's being charitable.
I think they were coming to ask them for money because they had business troubles. A little bit of money when you are poor is a lot of bit of money.
We're already providing a service.
Well, in
Focus on yourself.
case she's dead or something.
Alright,
they're already going to make plenty of money not having an extra mouth to feed, so...
Funerals are expensive.
Okay, that's fair. Seriously, I don't know why you city folk don't just burn them. And he keeps walking.
Yeah, with that, we get the sense that Orlo isn't much of a city person himself. Would you mind describing Orlo as you're now walking up the mountain?
So, Orlo, this lanky 5'10" Goliath, his vest of white and gray fur. At his belt hangs 2 short swords, a variety of daggers, a whip. Over his back is a short bow. There's a roughness to his face, like this sort of squareness, a way he juts out his chin, trying to make it seem stronger. His head is cleanly shaven, revealing some tattoos up his back that seem tribal. However, they end about at the base of the skull and have since been replaced by a very different kind of tattoo that sprouts along his head in 2 bouquets of multitudes of flowers on his skull. Very different style of tattooing.
Yes. And just because I happen to know a little bit about Goliaths, I know that they are mountain-born, are they not?
Yes, they are.
Which means that as it gets colder and the air gets harder to breathe as you ascend, you are mainly unaffected. I'm gonna need Rue and Volks to make a Constitution saving throw, though.
Okay. Saving throw.
20, yeah? The D20?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That would be a 7, because I don't believe I'm proficient in Constitution saving throws.
Ooh.
That is also a 7.
And now you get the fun of an exhaustion point.
Oh no!
Yay!
As you spend about 3 or 4 hours journeying, it's heavy work. Anyone who's ever climbed a mountain, which I have barely done,
It ain't.
knows that this is one of the harder climbs. It's in fact the sort of climb where as the snow gets deeper, you occasionally will see a bit of bone jut out.
Oh, good.
Don't make the climb if you can't handle it.
I said I couldn't handle it.
I didn't say you couldn't handle it. I said the bones couldn't.
Yeah, so as you're turning back, you actually see that both Rue and Volks, the cold is starting to get to them.
Alright. Here's a real important thing. Who here is worse at handling the cold? Alright. He takes off his vest, kind of revealing the plain but slightly torn and patched up shirt underneath. He's like, I expect to get this back. And he wraps it around the goblin, knowing that it will give her more coverage.
Yeah.
Sorry, I only got one.
Volks is going to stop for a second, look at the bones, and kind of clutch a small holy symbol she has on her chest and kind of touch one of them.
Alright. And what is your holy symbol? The white dove?
It is the white dove, similar to the one on her shield. It's a dove in flight.
Right. I know what god you worship, but maybe you want to keep that to yourself?
Yeah, I think I might. Volks hasn't necessarily not talked about it, but just there hasn't been a reason to bring it up amongst this company.
Yeah, she's not necessarily the person who just...
For
Well,
Orlo,
whatever.
it's just another one of those damn gods.
Yes, and there are in fact quite
There's
a
so
number of gods in this world. And you can see sort of the remnants of people trying to please or even start their own religions, their own gods, sort of littered across the mountain. This is not a clean and pristine. There are shattered and broken tents. There are loads of holy symbols of war and peace and justice sort of spread out. You're stepping on old medallions and sort of slipping, and you get to your first big hurdle, a massive cliff face, a sheer wall of stone.
Alright. So, I'll lead us up. I got the climbing materials. Used to this sort of thing are you two?
I've climbed some, but not mountains like that.
Right.
It's been a minute since I've climbed a mountain, but I'm on the move pretty frequently. This whole first thing.
Alright.
So, Rue, would you like another helping hand for this mountain?
I won't say no.
I assumed climbing is kind of your thing, Orlo.
Yeah, it might be.
A small glimmer of light around your holy symbol, maybe even like the flapping of the wings of the dove, and you were once again infused with guidance. Yeah. And to no one's surprise, should you want to make this climb, start making some athletics checks.
Alright. Yeah, he wraps the rope around, makes sure that if one of them falls, it connects to the rest of the group, so
Great.
one person slipping up won't mean they fall to their death. If they're dying, they're all going. Or, you cut the rope when other people start fucking up.
Alright, with that guidance, that's a 7.
Oh, plus the 1d4?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I rolled an 18. Is it plus? It's plus strength, isn't it?
Yes.
So 19.
Not bad at all.
Volks is doing okay.
That is
The
a
best-
22 for me.
So both of you are able to quite, you get your foothold, your handholds, you're using raw strength. The wizard, Dragonborn, even though they might be a hardy race, she doesn't seem like the strongest of them. and she does start to slip on an icy part of the wall. And she falls. You feel a jank of the pythons. You take a point of damage as the rope sort of digs into you.
All of us, or Emily?
Simply Rue.
I lost my balance. What of it?
Sure thing, city dweller.
Hold on, just one second. How far down is she? Can Volk still touch her?
You can sort of team up, and
So she kind of shimmies down, kind of holds her symbol, and then touches Rue once again. And it's at that point, Rue, you now gain a bull's strength, giving you the advantage on strength checks, and you can carry double your capacity.
interesting.
It is enhanced ability.
We've expended our first spell of the game, you guys.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah, so you have advantage now on strength checks and double your ability. So you feel your muscles sort of ripple, and again the climb begins. I don't want to have you make checks upon checks. You are getting higher and higher up. You hit sort of the first platform. There's another sort of incline there, and then another cliff face. This time, the rocks feel quite loose. You feel like where you're not careful, you could set a lot of them rumbling down.
Or low, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to have a quick test of rocks, and then we'll slowly follow behind in a good line?
Sure thing. Mind if you give me a little bit of that help?
Oh, of course. And she reaches up and touches his leg and gives him a little guidance.
Thank you. One of the hundreds of gods people have probably died for. And he begins walking up the mountain with a natural 20.
Ha Oh,
First natural 20.
Woo. That is, yes, you've done it. You've made history.
quick question. Just to check with the rules, I believe you cannot cast 2 concentration spells at once.
That is correct.
Unfortunately, that means Volk wasn't...
To be fair, she already expended it.
Oh, it was supposed to last for an hour, so unfortunately
You can only use it once.
you can only use it. No, not guidance. Her enhanced ability was another concentration spell.
Shucks.
Would
So
you want to make an intelligence check to see if you would remember that before negating your 1 hour of concentration?
I would love to. That is a 15.
15. I will say, yeah, you could choose. You're about to give him guidance, and then you're like, no, I can only focus on Rue right now.
Then you tap his foot. He assumes he's been blessed. Hasn't been blessed.
It's like the fake Felicis potion in Harry Potter. You believe that you've been blessed, so you act blessed.
Yeah.
Precisely. Hashtag blessed.
And that's how Ron was relevant for a while.
Oh.
Anyways, your Goliath friends makes a beeline up, finding the least loose rocks, and shows a pretty safe path.
Excellent. And Volks kind of quickly tries to follow each stone, almost over-exaggerating, so Rue can kind of follow along.
The two of you make your athletics checks, Rue with advantage and a much lower DC because the path has been shown.
Okay, that is a 6.
That's... Oh, I have advantage on strength.
Mm-hmm. You have the bull strength.
I do, and that's still an 11.
Ooh, with a 6 and an 11, even though you follow in the path, you were almost reached up to the second platform or the second step of this staircase when the rock you are on begins to crumple loose and fall. What do? You have a moment.
Okay, so the first thing that I'm trying to think what I have on hand. I'm gonna try to take my shield, maybe try to dig it into the rocks if that's possible.
Yes, make an attack roll.
Okay.
Rue, what are you doing?
Well, my dagger's just Lara Crofted into the wall like she's doing.
Yep, she makes it look so easy. Make an attack roll with your dagger.
Damn!
A shield, I believe, is plus strength.
Yes.
That would be a 17.
17.
That's a 4.
How you doing, Lara Croft?
Get out of here!
So, like, in like this joint action movie style move, you both take out your equipment and you yam them into the wall, and then you look to your right, and you just see Rue, like, sliding down at no deterred speed, taking a bit of damage.
Ooh,
7 points of damage.
Orlo just strains on the rope as he's wrapping around his hands, shoving a piston into the ground so he gets a bit of leverage. Straining. City dweller?
I'm not from the city, not that you bothered not to ask.
That's me.
Whatever you're from, stop fucking up.
How are you feeling, health-wise? Just, are you feeling okay?
It hurt, but I've had worse. Hold on, I might have a way to fix this. Let me just...
Don't worry, I'll patch you up when we get to a break.
Goblin, why are you climbing with all the armor on?
I feel safe.
Right.
I'm doing okay. I'm making it work.
Mm-hmm.
Just putting her little chin on her shield.
Question for the DM.
Yes?
So there's a spell I want to use. That's technically, it says, if a creature I touch, it's affected by the thing.
You can usually touch yourself.
Yeah.
I want to cast Spider Climb.
You get out of here
Whoa.
with that shit, Tyler. Yes, you can cast Spider Climb on yourself.
Until the spell ends, willing creature I touch gains the ability to move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving its hands free. Target also gains a climbing speed equal to its walking speed.
Yes. So in an attempt to really show this mountain what you're made of, you touch yourself and are able to like vertically walk up the cliff face.
What was that about fucking up? She says as she climbs past him.
Yeah, I mean, I asked you to stop fucking up. You stopped fucking up. Good job. Yeah. He gives him, like, this, like, wry smile on his, like...
Another question, Orlo.
Yeah.
If I'm not wearing my armor, I still have to carry it. So,
Yeah, I could carry it.
Yeah, but Volks is asking this question as she hangs off the cliff face.
yeah.
Wait.
Shield.
You want me to pull you up?
Rue climbs down before
Yes,
she gets...
He just begins pulling on the rope. Rue can help out, of course, but... Because this is a small goblin.
Oh yeah, she's about 3 feet tall. She's a little one.
Are you gonna pull your shield out of the cliff face as you do?
Yes, to make things a little easier.
Rue looks at her. I know you have a thing about being carried, but can I help?
Much like one of our favorite movies, where a small squirrel puts, dust in a face, and then, the cracks start to spread. As you pull out the shield and you begin walking her up to the second stage, you hear and a few stones fall. You are luckily out of the way. But as they slam into the ground below, you hear a rumbling above. Not a heavy crash of stones, but more of a dull, rushing sound.
Great. You just caused yourself an avalanche.
I was trying to be helpful.
Shut up. We need to live now.
What do you guys do? There is an avalanche coming towards you. You are along essentially what is a ledge in the middle of this. If you are spilled out, you will have a hefty fall. What do you do?
So Orlo immediately jabs 2 pistons into the ground, ties 2 ropes around his wrists, and lays prone, and basically yells for everyone to hold on.
Alright.
Yep. Volks is gonna do the same, just kind of basically grab onto this Goliath leg.
Wait, I can hold your hands and pull you out of the way. I can climb sideways without my hands right now.
It's an avalanche, that's definitely...
It's a lot of snow and a lot of rock.
Yeah. However, I would like to have a note that, Volks is gonna kind of have one hand free, and just in case if they're buried under snow, she can have a little cantrip ready.
Alright, yes. You're preparing a cantrip in case you should be buried.
Even though she can do the hands-free thing, Rue's still gonna stick a dagger in the wall in case her concentration breaks.
What? Okay, yeah, you're maintaining concentration on Spider Climb,
But just in case.
the pistons, and you are all gathered in sort of the same spot.
Yeah.
And with that, I would like you all to make strength saving throws.
Haha!
Strength saving throw.
Do I still have advantage on strength checks?
You
I
have
would
that
say
for an
yes.
hour.
I'm assuming it's not athletics, it's straight up strength.
You could use athletics, I would say.
19!
I apologize,
19
friends.
well.
I'm trying to find what saving those clerics are proficient in, but I always have trouble finding those.
I think wisdom and one more.
For the sake
So
of
helpful.
so helpful. We'll just say wisdom, and since I believed it was strength, but it never is forthcoming in my... Anyway, I rolled a 9.
Okay. So generally, I don't think it would help you as, Orlo, you were able to hang on, you've got the pythons, you've climbed, you do feel the hand that is grabbing onto your foot is being pulled back.
Can he try and clench her in between both of his legs?
Make an attack roll or a grapple check.
Alright. No, am I using strength or dexterity? I think it's strength.
It's strength.
Yep. So that's a 6.
Total?
Not happening.
I don't think that's gonna hit her.
Nope.
Alright, so
No.
you feel yourself being... All of you are crushed and, sort of hit by this wave of snow and ice. I don't know if this is actually a lethal thing. It's probably a lethal thing if you're a normal, stupid human like us. You're pretty tough. However, what do you do? What do you do, Volks? You're being swept up in the snow and the ice, and you can feel yourself tumbling now off the edge.
Okay, as she's tumbling, and feels herself kind of going down, she is going to touch herself and relinquish, unfortunately, the enhanced ability that was on Rue and give it to herself instead, giving herself Cast Grace, which would give her advantage on dexterity checks. If she has a falling damage from 20 feet or less, it doesn't take any damage.
Interesting.
Gonna take a hopeful guess and maybe try to do the same shield trick and try to slow her descent as she gravels down.
Okay, I like that. So essentially, you become a cat. You're always going to fall on your feet right now.
Correct.
Also,
all of you...
disclaimer to the...
Yeah, what's the disclaimer?
Disclaimer to the audience. This is a terrible way to deal with an avalanche. Do not follow any of this advice. You would be crushed. You would fall off the side. All of us would be dead.
This is not a mountain survival guide. It is, however...
Croft your way out of it. It doesn't
You don't
work.
get to be a Goliath in real life.
And with that, you're all going to take damage from the initial hit of the snow and the ice. Ooh, that is 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
I would like to use Stone's Endurance.
Yes.
As being a Goliath, I get to do some cheeky stuff. As I try and find the right dice. But yes, please continue, everyone else, listing down the stuff as I... Never mind. That would be a total of 14.
Okay, so you reduce all the damage, calling upon your mountainous ancestry. You become like stone, and the initial hit doesn't deal any damage to you. The goblin gets thrown off the edge, also taking damage, but you reduce 20 feet of it.
I believe so. Or it's specifically, I will be fair, it doesn't take damage from falling 20 feet or less.
This is 20 feet or more, but you are landing in snow.
Which is nice.
Which is nice.
Is she
I'm
still
gonna reduce
attached by a
damage a
rope
little
to us, or did the rope snap?
Did you tie yourself?
I believe we all tied ourselves in a climbing train.
Yes.
Let me roll for the durability of this rope. Ooh, it's by a thread. I'm gonna say you are essentially gonna take the initial damage again.
and probably swings like a pendulum into the cliff.
Exactly 11 points of damage once more as you were just rushed over and you're now hanging off the edge of the cliff. All of you very, very harmed. However, you, hanging off the cliff edge, are not buried in snow, as opposed to your two friends.
Oh no.
Covered in snow and ice, and you begin suffocating.
Yep.
What do? I'm counting the rounds.
Are we in initiative, or is it they're starting?
Keep it fluid, keep it moving.
So Volks, of course, is going to start climbing up and go, oh no, and try to. She wanted to do some Sacred Flame, but she's not with them at the moment.
Yeah, you see that where once your companions were and where once a cliff face was, there is now about 15, 20 feet of just snow covering the area, and your friends are nowhere to be seen.
Orlo's going to undo the ropes on his hands, basically curls up, and tries to stand.
Make a strength check.
Alright. Natural 20.
Ooh. Again, you're doing quite well for yourself, and I think it's at that point that you see at least a hand shoot up Volks from the snow.
That's why we don't start avalanches.
Duly noted.
Rue, you're still underneath the snow. You've Laura Crofted yourself.
Yeah, looking at spells, holding on. How far away is
What are you saying?
How far away is, like, climbing wise? Or how long did,
You managed to make your way back up. You're now on top of the snow. You see the area where Orlo just shot out of.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast some Sacred Flame kind of in the rough area. You said it's about 30 feet deep, so Volks is pretty fair. She's not gonna burn anybody.
Rue, what are you doing?
And we're like, well, shit. Puts her above her, what she assumes is and hopes is up, and cast Burning Hands.
Okay, so again, it takes your movement to just... I will say, casting a spell, should you not be successful, you're going to spend a lot of your air supply. Make a spellcasting ability check.
As your hands shake because you're literally engulfed in snow.
Oh, God.
That would be your intelligence.
My intelligence and my spell attack, Mom?
Yeah, or you could just roll damage for Burning Hands, whatever you...
Okay, with the spell attack mod and my brains, that would be 18.
18. You all see how a portion of, like, sort of circular snow sloughs off and starts to steam and then runs down the mountain as a 15-foot cone of the snow is just melted by a blast of flame. And up comes your wizard friend.
Don't like that. That wasn't fun. Let's not do it again.
Yep. Welcome to avalanches. They're not exactly known for fun. It's mostly just rocks. Snow and more rocks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this boy? She looks over at the goblin.
What did she say to Volks?
Is he always like this?
I've known him for just about as long as you have, so I'm assuming yes. Seems to be a constant pattern.
Yeah.
And Volks is already kind of checking Rue's person and Orlo's person, just physically, essentially doing quick physical inspections to see how they're doing.
Orlo somehow is not shaking and has no wounds.
Okay.
Rue has looked better. She's not about to drop. But oof, does she look like she's just had a long day at work.
Yep. And at this point, what are you doing? You've climbed on top, you get a moment of, catching your breath. You look from where the sun was just starting to rise as you entered the area. It is now high in the sky. You've reached about noon. You still have time but it's been a rough go already. What do you do?
Orlo is immediately going right back to stomping up the mountain, slothing through his way through the snow.
Is the rest of the party fine with this, or do they want to do something?
I think the only thing Volks is going to do is getting the feeling that wizards aren't the sturdiest bunch. She's just going to touch Rue and cast Cure Wounds at just level 1.
Awesome.
So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait. Yeah, that's 9 points of healing for you, my dear.
Rue just sighs.
Let's follow the mountain, man.
Incorrect. Volks is quite the accomplished healer, is she not?
She is, yes.
Oh. I wanted to ask questions, but again, this will all pan out eventually. I'm sure. And again, you begin the climb. Now we'll get to the cinematic or the picturesque view of you all with the sunlight poking in through the snow. It's a glistening, beautiful mountain for the first time. And as you try and get higher and higher up this way, this sheer cliff face, it seems like there's almost no end in sight. You're starting to get tired, all of you. It's an inhumane climb to make. And that's when you start spotting, slightly above you, an opening in the cliff face. It's not the top of wherever you are, but it seems that someone or something, or just a natural event, has tunneled into the mountain.
That doesn't look like a bad choice.
Maybe it's the life.
Maybe it's our way into the prophets.
Their way sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm. He's forging ahead, unties himself finally from the rest of them, and starts stomping into the opening.
Okay, so as you make your way up, your hands grab the ledge, and you start sort of rolling over. You roll onto stone, but also on the material that is covering the stone. And you realize that the place you've just entered is covered floor to ceiling in parchment.
Oh.
Rue's eyes kind of light up.
Yes. Rue joins you, as does Volks.
Dragonborn that comes from some place that I haven't asked about and don't know.
You come to worship me.
Who is me?
What is this?
Come to worship me, and you see a small figure further down the tunnel. This form, almost humanoid, made of paper and sort of crumbled scraps of parchment. And it sort of turns from where it's sitting, knees clutched to its chest. Well?
Okay, this is creepy as hell.
How are you today?
I'm creepy.
No.
Why am I creepy? What does he know about me?
Well, tell him, what do you know about him, Orlo?
This is a lot of paper. You are a talking paper person. Yeah.
Is that what I am?
I mean, maybe, am I having an eyesight problem? It's pretty surreal.
What did you say?
You don't know what you are.
You see, like, ink starting to pour down the paper. I don't know. And you don't know. Nobody knows the answers. What am I the god of? Tell me!
Parchment.
You see anger.
Okay, that seemed like a really obvious answer, so it's probably not the right one.
Think of parchment! And paper begins flowing down the corridor. Roll initiative.
Did you think about origami? Well, I think you did.
It might be a little late to ask because it's now flying toward us, but when we were still able to see the room clearly, would we have been able to see anything, like, if there's anything written on it, or is it just straight up paper?
That is stuff you will be able to check on your turn.
Okay.
A 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, noted.
A 5, a kingdom for a 5.
13.
13. What's your dexterity bonus?
If my computer
Roll the same as this figure.
My dexterity is +1.
Okay.
I rolled a 21 due to Rockish Audacity, which is an awesome ability.
Yes.
You definitely have rockish audacity.
Yeah, I kind of
And
stay
with that, Orlo is the first to spring into action. What do you do?
He just got creepy, and yeah, I'm gonna stab it. He pulls
The
from his
god.
belt 2 short swords and runs towards it. Like, fucking rock, paper, scissors. Scissors wins. Just swinging out in front of him. The first roll is a 11 hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, this is really tough paper. And the second one is also an 11 hit, as he's just like,
So you swing your weapon of choice, and you see sort of the parchment divide and scatter when you try to hit it.
Stop doing this. This is bullshit. What are you doing?
And the god, this small god, this puny god who doesn't even know what domain it has, is now going to act. And it turns on the figure who is right in front of it. Does a 16 hit you?
Just hits.
Just hits. A ball of paper strikes you, and you have to make a strength saving throw.
Alright. That is a 19.
Okay, you take 12 points of damage,
I'm
but
going
you avoid
one
being...
dodge that.
Yes.
Have it.
You half that damage with your roguish ability, and you avoid being pushed all the way back towards the edge. But you do slide back a foot or so, just from the impact. Scribbles, scribbles, all of them! And it is Ruth's turn.
This guy's an asshole. I really don't like him.
Rue, first she's gonna, just try to dig her quarterstaff a little bit into the ground for some kind of feeling of safety.
You hit it against the paper and the stone, and it doesn't really dig into the stonework because it's
Okay,
the staff.
screw it. The main thing she wanted to do, though, was see if there's anything written on the papers.
Make
as
an
much as she
investigation
can.
check.
Investigation, I have that. And which is intelligence, which means I add my intelligence. Okay, so that's 13.
13, okay. So looking, you
Wait,
can only...
that's a skill, so I add my pro bonus, yeah?
If you're proficient in it,
Yes,
you add your
I do.
proficiency plus your intelligence.
Yes, then 16.
16, alright. So you're able to spot that a couple of, there's writing on all of the papers. It doesn't seem like it's academic writing. In fact, you know one of the authors. You've read some of them. They're fairly popular. That's what you know for now.
Which subject?
Subject, adventures.
The last thing
Exciting stories.
Got it. Last thing she'd want to do is call out to the little god. What's your name, little thing? Do you have...
No! They didn't tell me! All of them scribbling, and nobody tells me! With that, it is Volx's turn.
Perhaps you're the god of knowledge. And she kind of just offers, and then is going to attempt to cast a hold person on the little god.
Okay.
And maybe you should calm down and we'll figure this out together. So they must succeed a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw. It rolled a natural 1. I'm actually going to say that you're able to hold this figure still for a moment.
Alright, so let's everyone just calm down, and we can all talk this out. Okay? We all good with that?
He's looking at his blades, looking at the thing. He's like, I don't know, maybe you're the god of stories. Actually, that would make a lot of sense.
I've read some of the stories that are on these papers.
Mm-hmm.
They're of adventures and seeing new places.
Oh, god of popular fiction. I don't actually think I've heard of one like that before.
You're the god of adventure, the god of
Doesn't feel right. It is going to use another time as Pat's going to try and break free again. Does a 14 beat your spell DC?
It does not.
So it's still sort of struggling against.
Okay, I tried. I'm gonna stab it.
No, wait, come on, just a little longer. Let's just, talk this.
We don't have time to waste on it.
Rue would put her quarterstaff in front of him. Don't.
He's further ahead of you, I believe.
Yeah.
No, but you're able to walk forward on your turn, should you want. It is now Rue's turn. What do you do?
We talk to it. If it tries to keep killing us, or fight, she goes up and she kneels in front of the little god. You know what it's like to not understand yourself. We can help you, if you let us. It'd be nice to help somebody else find out their own story.
Make a insight check.
Oh. Oh, what's that? 9.
You get mixed feelings looking into this creature, whatever it is, this manifestation of something. You don't really like it, maybe you like it. That's all you know.
Oh.
And it is Volk's turn.
Volks is going to continue holding and just go, Neuralis, a little hint would be nice. Maybe, please.
You're praying to your god. Make a religion check.
Haha, I wish I'd taken that skill. But a nat 20 will do.
A nat 20 will indeed do.
'Tis lit.
Your god with the domains of suffering and healing. You get that little hint of inspiration that's not necessarily a voice, but it feels a little stronger here in this mountain. It's a place where you're actually seeing like a little avatar of some small, lesser deity. And you see a circle of people scribbling and selecting from loads and loads of books that they have gathered. They are ripping out pages near the ends of chapters, and they are and they're pasting them, and they are doing rituals, and you see that they're all these cultists or these priests have the hungered look of authors seeking something from this small god. And that's all you know. Orlo, it's your turn.
I'm gonna stab it. He's gonna move in and drawing upon this mark in the center of his hand, his blade is gonna light up with electricity as he stabs in towards it. That would be a 15 to hit.
You have an advantage since they're being in.
That is a 20 to hit.
20 to hit, does hit.
Alright. And I
roll
get
the first damage.
Yeah! I also get sneak attack.
First blood.
So, that's, it also counts as critical, because it's frozen, so I should remember that. So, first dice roll, 3. Second dice roll, 11 for the sneak attack, making it 14. And then I roll the d8. Haha!
Right ahead.
That's an extra 3, so that's 17. Then I have to double that, so 17, 34 plus 4 equals 38.
38. You deal 38 points of damage to this creature as you... What kind of weapon are you using?
Short sword that is now
Short sword.
lit up with electricity.
You stab into its form, you see a little bit of ink spill out. You blade very deep within. It is going to, on its turn, makes a natural 20 on its saving throw.
I wasn't done with my turn. I still
What
have
are
the
you doing
second blade. I'm gonna bring the other sword down.
Go for it.
That does break 3.
That was only 14.
Yeah.
So I don't think 14 hits.
No.
Why is this thing made people so hard to hit?
Again, I think after your sword is, and you begin to pull out, it gets its turn, and it breaks free, and it just catches your hand.
Why is this paper being so strong?
Let's see what happens next. You all, I'm gonna say, normally it happens at the end of its turn, it's paralyzed, but it's been trying very hard and rolled a natural 20, so you all get just a bonus action you can take before its attack.
Okay. Whose turn is next?
It's your turn. You get only a bonus action. Got it.
I have a thing. Hold on. Let me text you something real quick.
Okay. Meanwhile, Volks, you get a bonus action. What are you doing?
Volks is going to... Actually, I believe she's going to disengage, because she has a feeling that something isn't... And using her as a goblin, I believe she has the nimble.
Yes.
Nimble escape. So she's actually going to hide.
Where are you hiding in this tunnel?
If there is a rock. If not, she's going to take some of the parchment and hide underneath.
That's great. Yeah. Okay, interesting. Yes, and you have the ability to do that.
Okay, cool. I just want to check because I'm like, I don't know if I can. Rue is going to cast a quick disguise self and make herself look like the little paper god.
Okay.
But like the Rue version, it's still got Rue's features. But like,
Why are there 2 of them now?
You all get this little bit of moment to react as you see from the sword that has stabbed this creature. It is now way more determined to hurt you all. All of you make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, wait, no, I haven't done another spell, concentration. No, I did, never mind.
I think you would get advantage, Volks, because you hid.
Excellent.
19.
Still a 17.
That is a 14 for me.
14. So you, in particular, all of you take, Rue and Volks both take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
You take 5 points of damage, and you are now pushed back all the way out. Make a strength or dexterity saving throw to grab onto the edge, or you're
I'm gonna uncanny dodge the damage from that.
I don't think it's an attack roll, so
Does uncanny dodge not work on that?
it's only on attacks, I
Thank
believe.
you. Oh no, sorry, I meant for the attack damage.
For this.
You're not being attacked. All of you are being hit by an area of effect.
Thank you. Okay, so that's 24 dexterity save.
24 dexterity save. So you see Orlo get tumbling back past you both, and he just barely manages to hold on to the edge of this tunnel with just ground and falling underneath him. And the little figure laughs, suddenly enjoying this very, very much.
The god of cliffhangers.
And with that, the wind and the papers stop. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Cliffhanger!
Cliffhanger! Well done, Reed. You did it.
It's rude.
This god of cliffhanger. We're going to take a quick break. Use the restroom, anything? We'll be back.
Alright, we'll do.
Lovely.
That realization was so perfectly timed. Just, I shook.
Welcome back, everybody. Where last we left off, God of cliffhangers! We hear Wolf shout out, and the wind and the burst of papers stop. You find yourself slamming back against the cliff face, Orlo, and this paper figurine is just staring at you. Cliffhangers. I'm the god of cliffhangers. That makes sense.
I mean, from where I'm looking, it makes plenty of sense.
Oh my. And so Wolf's gonna hurriedly try to help Orlo back up.
Rue's gonna undo her disguise self. Now that it's no longer necessary.
Why did you look like me?
It can
Okay,
be
so
very
that was weird
scary.
you too.
I know from experience it can be very scary feeling like you're the only one, so I thought perhaps you would be less afraid of yourself if you saw someone who looked like you.
I'm a god.
I'm horrified.
If there were more than one of me, that would be weird.
Perhaps not the best tactic, but my intentions were good.
He stabbed me.
He's a bit of a jerk.
Stabbed the god, seriously.
Hey, I mean, who randomly attacks people because they don't know their name?
Gods.
I think we all had a lot of fear and a lot of confusion, and that all made us act very rashly. Mr. Lord of Cliffhangers, that this is a very lovely cliffside you have.
They wouldn't tell me. They prayed me into existence, and they did the rituals, and they put all the paper, and they were like, who am I? And like, we're gonna tell you next week. And then they never showed up.
I'm sorry, that's so cruel. That's very mean.
It's no fun at all. Well,
They
what do
left
you
the
want?
We are looking for answers and a way to fix our curse.
From the god of cliffhangers.
Because we are currently a little cursed right now. It's not the worst cursed, but it's not the best.
It's a pretty bad curse.
What's the curse?
Well, we can only stay in one area of location for 24 hours, and then we must move on and never return, ever. And we're going to run out of places eventually.
Sounds like a very episodic structure. Sort of a one adventuring day per session kind of thing.
Yeah, but I was thinking that maybe you could help us get over it so that within this episodic structure, we might actually have a goal to aim for, so it's not strictly, like, just self-contained every time.
An overarching plot arc, if you will.
Yeah, whatever that is.
But still with some zany hijinks from,
Yeah.
episode to episode would be nice.
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
The occasional cliffhanger for, spice.
Preferably not literal.
That's what I'm the god of.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
Aw. Well, I don't think I can do much. There aren't a lot of people out there who, worship me. I felt unliked. Generally as a concept.
I mean, I can enjoy a good cliffhanger. I guess you just gotta know where to put them. Not at the end of the season of a story, and then the writer has to rewrite the whole story. So then when you hear it again in a tavern, it takes a whole year to get back to the story.
Well, you're free to go through the tunnel. It goes all the way to the top, and then maybe you can ask a big god for help.
Dang it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Orlo
Not really,
just sidles
thank
awkwardly, just sidles by him. Yeah, no, fuck you too. He keeps walking. Just kind of sidles awkwardly along.
And to the person who solved the mystery, this figure is going to hand a piece of parchment.
Oh.
In your hour of greatest need and or dramatic tension, open this parchment, and it will give you something that you seek.
open in my greatest hour or need for plot spice. Right, got it.
And the figure dissipates.
Oh no, did he die?
Don't question it. They're gods. They're gods. They might have died. He might have gone to Nirvana. He might have been reborn. He might just popped out. Don't question. Just keep moving.
What a cliffhanger!
They're weird. I know.
Twist!
He was resolved.
Twist is my brother!
Folks are gonna put it in her little pack and go, haha. Thanks, Travis.
Just keep moving. Just keep moving.
So you have
Also,
forgotten
back
the
around.
blessing of the cliffhanger.
Blessing, I love it. I'm knowing it.
Gonna turn back around. Goblin,
Mm?
need my vest back.
Oh, right.
For now, it's like,
Shrug it off. There you go.
he shakes the snow out of it, puts it back around him.
Yeah, the cold is actually a little more bearable here now that you've gotten inside, even though it's still cold, dark walls. Can you all see in here?
I can. Dark vision.
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't believe I can.
I don't think Dragonborns have dark vision either.
So, yeah, I think Orlo's going to pull out a torch from one of his packs, look at it, set fire to it, and then start leading him along.
Rue is gonna bring out her wand and then cast the light cantrip on it.
Alright, it shines up like a glow stick, and you now both have some light to guide your way.
The light radius is 20 feet, and then there's an extra 20 feet of dim light.
Great.
Orlo's going to look between his torch, look to the wand. Why is yours cooler?
I'm a wizard.
That's boring. Why didn't you tell me you could do that? Now I'm wasting a torch. Now I can't drop it because the entire thing is made of parchment.
Oh, what was the phrase? I believe it was "stop fucking up."
Not fucking up.
Yeah, I have a glow stick.
Come now. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. No need to. I mean, I didn't even need any of that stuff. I can just see. Fix your eyes, why don't you?
That's a fair point.
And with that, who is taking the lead of your path into the mountain?
Well, Volks can see a good 60 feet ahead as if it was bright light. You said how far does the wand go?
20 feet of real bright light, and then an extra 20 feet of dim light. So 40 in total.
Volks would elect to take the front.
Alright. Then I'm going to ask Volks to make a perception check.
Ah, I am decent at these. That is 15 plus my wisdom. That's a 20. Unnatural, though.
Total.
Yep.
As you follow this path into the cavern, it starts going up after about 10-15 minutes. And just as you think you might spot an end of the tunnel, you notice that there is something strange about the ground.
The ground's kind of off here. Can I touch it?
As you do, you notice that there's about a 20-foot stretch of this tunnel, like the bottom half of the tunnel is paper or some sort of tarp. It's a very thin material that has been painted to look like rock.
Is anyone good at finding traps? This feels trappy to me.
I feel like it would be a pretty good trap if it was just a big old fall.
I'll investigate.
Wait, I got a trick. Orlo starts chuckling to himself. He tosses the torch on the tarp.
And with that, it lights on fire.
That's called doing the opposite of fucking up. Good job.
Yes. Slime underneath also takes some fire damage. It goes up and tries to follow you.
Oh god! Oh shit! Oh!
And it doesn't damage
Yeah, oh no.
the slime there. And roll initiative, you guys.
Ox as good as a roll as it was.
Oh shit! That is a 21 again. I get a +7 to initiative. This is amazing.
That is cool. I just add my dexterity, so I have a 19.
19, that's not bad.
No.
I rolled a 12.
Okay, 12. Good to know. Orlo, you're first.
Right. So what does the slime kind of look like?
Slime. It's, again, you have some color from the light still and the parts of the flaming tarp. It is greenish in shape. It is essentially a cube of slime.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No.
He's gonna just reach over his back, grab the bow, knock an arrow, line it up, and fire. That is a 20 unnatural.
20 unnatural will hit.
Alright.
No damage.
That is going to be 9 damage from one of his normal arrows. Flesh
9
with
damage
black feathers.
from a normal arrow. Good to know. You see the arrow sort of split into it. It's...
Like Orlo immediately begins to move back.
Yep. And up next we have Volks.
Volks is gonna go, and then kind of pull out her crossbow and fire. So we're gonna roll. Oh, that's not good. That's an 11?
11 will hit.
Aha!
But it does essentially cover the entire space.
Oh, okay. And then I would also like to use a Fury of the Small.
Nice.
Me?
Fury of the Small.
Fury of the Small! Because it's giant slime with it, can't use diplomacy on. So I do extra damage equal to my level, which is 6, plus a good old-fashioned D8. Go ahead, D8. That is 8. That's a 8 plus 6, so that's a 12 damage.
12 damage, not bad for a cleric.
Yeah.
Nope.
And with that, it is the slime's turn, or what would be a gelatinous cube hidden underneath the tarp. It is going to move into your space, Volks. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no! Oh.
That doesn't seem good. 3. You are engulfed by this
This is
creature.
the most terrifying family dessert.
Yes. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, that's better. You take 12 points of acid damage. This. And that is the end of its turn. What do you do, Rue? You see with your wand still lighting up the space that your cleric has been swallowed up by this cube.
Is it like she's in the center of a bubble of it, or is it like a large thing where she's kind of over here and it's still... If I throw something at it, am I likely to hit her is what I'm going at.
No, it would have to be unlucky to hit her within it.
Cool. Gonna use a cantrip acid splash. Hurl a bubble of acid. Wait, the target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or it takes the damage.
It's not very dexterous, and it does not succeed.
Cool. That is... Oh, sad. 3 points of damage.
Okay, I'm just gonna look up whether it's immune to acid.
Oh.
Give me a moment. We're gonna edit this out. Pause.
Could I?
Da, 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 da.
I'm just imagining just this little goblin, just almost like, you know, those little pieces of fruit floating in jello. You just have that, and she's like, I'm not having fun.
This is not fun. It's
At
not
this
fun.
point, we plug our sponsors, but we don't have those. So
Yay.
Unless
Sponsored by the letter R.
So Delicious would like to give me a sponsorship, because God knows with the amount of allergies I have, I eat this stuff far
sponsored by Goblin Jello. You're gonna have a lot of it soon.
And 3, 2, 1. We're back. It has been confirmed that even though the gelatinous cube does deal acid damage, it is not immune to acid.
Awesome.
Go ahead and deal your damage.
It was 3 points.
3 points. On 2d6?
Yup. I rolled
Yeah.
a 1 to 2.
Not good. It says, small splash of acid. Next up, we have Orlo. Second turn. Second round.
Alright. Orlo's just gonna sigh, drop his bow, pull out a whip, move up as electricity once again crackles through his arm. He stands about 10 feet away and just whips it towards this thing.
All right.
With Martin Jello.
That is a 17 to hit.
17 does hit.
All right. I get sneak attack on that, luckily.
Yes, because there was a creature inside of it.
Also, there's no one within 5 feet of me.
Yes, that's a fair point.
I am the alpha rogue.
You're a swashbuckler. You're a tank rogue.
Yeah, it's fun.
Tankiest rogue.
I tried to make him a very tanky, stupid rogue. That's stupid. He's doing his best. 4, 2, 6, 11, 17, plus the D8. 17, 21.
I don't think a whip is a D8, right?
Oh, no. The D8 is for the electricity I sent crackling through it. And that's plus 4, 25, and if it moves again, it will take 2d8 damage.
You deal 25 points of damage with your whip. Not bad at all.
And then I take a step 5 feet back on the same turn. Just
fantastic.
Putting me 15 feet away from this thing.
And next up, we have Volks. You are engulfed.
I am.
Inside of this creature.
Do I take damage for starting my turn inside this jelly goop?
You will take damage at the start of its turn.
Ah, okay, good for me.
However, you are now suffocating and restrained. You can try to make an action to escape. That would be a strength check.
Then I will do so. I believe since I have an exhaustion point, I must take strength checks at disadvantage, yes?
Yes, checks are at a disadvantage.
Right. That's a shame, because if it was advantage, I would have had a nat 20. But seeing as it wasn't, that's just 12.
Oof. 12 is actually exactly what you needed, though. You see this industrious, strong little goblin. Which side are you trying to make it out of? Are you trying to get past it or back to where you came from?
I think back to where she came from, so she could be on the same side as her peers. So almost kind of like a little mole. She's gonna just start digging through it rapidly and flailing about.
So you plop out onto the ground at the end of your turn. Luckily enough, it is now the gelatinous cube's turn, so you do not take the damage you would have, which is 6d6. It is going to, however, go for the figure who was hitting it. No, actually, it feels the electricity sort of crackling around it, and it's just going to slam down at Volks again.
No.
Will a 13 hit you?
Thankfully, no. With my scale mail, it will not.
Pseudopod reaches out, slams, you block it with your shield, unharmed. Rue, it is your turn.
It is my turn. Okay, I'm going to, where did it go? Cast Lightning Bolt at it.
Fuck! Oh, we're not. Okay, we're going.
I'm gonna zap it to hell. She's tired. She heard
Making a
damage.
dexterity save. That's a no. It rolled at 5.
So,
Alright.
if it fails that dexterity save, a creature takes 8d6 lightning damage.
You rolled those d6.
Oh, yummy spell slots.
That is 33 points of damage.
33 points of damage. The thing crumples and melts from the shock. It is defeated.
Nice.
I think the two of you sort of like just barely kind of scoot to the sides as this bolt of energy strikes past.
Okay, I think that was also the opposite of fucking up. Nice job.
Thank you. She reaches her hand out for a high five.
I have slime in my hair.
Yeah, that's acidic. You should probably get that out.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Your hair is sizzling. That is,
Completely unrelated.
Yeah.
I had thought. So one of my spells is remove curse. Are we
I
assuming that I
don't think that would work.
I'm sure that you probably tried that, and in doing so, you found out that it is a curse that is harder to remove.
Got it. I had the stray thought when I was looking at my spell list. I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Orlo tucks the whip back into his belt, grabs a short bow, throws it back over his shoulder. All right, time's a wasting. Let's get headed out.
I was about to say, do we want to take 10 minutes to heal up a little? But,
No, not really.
I think we have 10 minutes, but fine. She kind of picks up her mace and just touches herself instead and gives her a little healing.
Maybe if we see the sun again, we'll take a rest. But only when we see the sun. I can't keep track of time down here.
That's fine. I'm not feeling too hot, so I'm gonna give myself a little boost. Okay. And yeah, she does that while they're walking. It's a touch spell, so they don't have to take too long.
All right. You make it past the little divot where the gelatinous cube was hidden, and you start making your way up. And that is when you find yourself on solid ground again. There is no real cliff face. There is a slight incline of a hill. And you see all around you are holes similar to the one you just came out of. Dozens, if not, maybe 100 different tunnels that seem to all delve into parts of the mountain. What sort of shrines they lead to, you don't really know. What you do spot is just a square of white marble with some pillars sticking out around the side, some bells and chimes swinging in the wind, the top of this mountain as you gaze around this beautiful view of all the land. And on that platform, the peak of this mountain, you see two groups that are currently in some sort of fist fight.
Oh.
Oi! It's ours, I said it's ours! Get him, Donnie! Get him!
Alright, let's just walk past him.
For ourselves.
Seems like they're drunk. They're definitely drunk.
What do you do?
Can I roll an insight check on the two groups? Kind of see maybe who's winning, who's getting hurt, kind of what exactly are they fighting over, maybe?
Yes, of course. Make your check.
Not great, but not terrible. A 16?
16. You spot there is a group of 5 people who seem human, half-elf. They're all wearing the same sort of insignias and clothing, and they are all wielding like tankards, the way a person might wield a knuckle duster. And then sort of opposing them, there are 2 Ettins, which are giants with 2 heads.
Oh.
And they are having an argument over the spot, over the peak, over the prime meditation or holy area on the mountain.
Looks like we might need to get involved.
Why are we getting involved?
Don't we need to be on the peak to find out what to do next?
Is that a thing we need to do?
No?
Is
I
it?
thought so.
I mean, sorry, I kind of forgot. I got a little dusted up by that. The wizard's smart. You remember?
Yeah. Both just kind of turn towards the room.
I mean, it sounds like a good idea, but I don't remember.
Maybe.
Roll to remember plot.
Yeah. No, I think actually, as the person with the highest intelligence, you would remember, maybe this was something you discovered as you were trying to cast a standard remove curse on yourself. You realized that this is something greater. This is a ritual curse or a life curse that has more weight than the general thing. And you realize there are 2 places that someone with your problem might go. Mm-hmm. There is a manor where people who've been cursed are sent as sort of an asylum, a treatment center, or generally just containment. It's in the west, and it's generally called the Manor of the Cursed. Going there is risky in the sense that if you're deemed dangerous, they might hold you there whether you want to or not, but lots of people are also helped with their problems there. Mm. You also realized, Rue, that this mountain is known to give people some divine insights on how to solve problems. And reaching its peak and meditating on it is a way for people to get in touch with their gods on large issues. You've reached that peak, but there are now 2 groups of people fighting over it.
On the peak in order to convene with our gods or
something in order to gain wisdom. I don't have one, so I'm assuming that means it's all you, buddy. You need to get so you can meditate and talk with your god so we can get info on how to lift this curse, because this is a lot stronger than just your average weird curse because you pissed someone off. This is ritual level. What we're going through is much bigger.
Right. Sorry, I think I kind of forgot it. I think something might have hit me in the head in the avalanche. Like, it didn't leave any permanent marks, but I feel like it knocked it out of me. Also, I got someone I might be able to contact. Maybe.
What's your deeds do? She looks over at our lovely goblin.
Me?
I'm just trying to ascertain whose deity would be more applicable to this.
Well, his name is Neuralis. Neuralis Annalore. He is known as the healer and the watcher of souls. And he...
Oh, healing. Hell yeah, you're going to the peak.
I was about to say I met a really cool horse in like a fog.
Just going to the peak.
Hey, why don't we both go? We could share.
Yeah.
You touched a horse?
I touched a horse. I don't know if he liked it or not. I kind of got thrown back. Kind of fell unconscious.
Do you normally touch horses in this way?
No, I was like, I touched the nose. I was like, oh, this is a cool horse. And then I got blown back.
Seems a little on the nose.
Puns.
Enough of this horseplay. Let's go.
Oh, another one.
It's time to hoof it. All right, no, we should really go talk to those people before they...
Yeah.
Stop chasing your tail and get on with it.
That's not a horse pun, but...
Guys, you gotta stop riding me.
We were here first, I say we were here first, alright? So you just step off, and in a week's time, we're gonna give you the spot, and you can pray to whatever. I wanna pray to justice. I wanna pray to war. I'm an atheist. And you see, like, the heads of the Ettins start arguing with each other.
She's gonna throw an acid bubble in between them. What?
Oh, wow, okay, we're doing
I hit anybody. She just wants to, like, startle them.
Okay, a bubble of acid. Is that a cantrip, or?
Yeah, that's a cantrip, so I can just
Okay.
bubble.
So as you throw cantrip on the marble of this holy spot,
oh god!
like, turn to you.
Sorry. In retrospect, that was a terrible idea, but it did get your attention. The curse we're currently burdened with means we can't stay here for more than maybe a couple of more hours. So while I respect your right to speak with your deity and deal with your bullshit, we are on a very tight time crunch, and I would very much like to not be cursed anymore. So with all due respect, gentlemen and ladies, please let us to that peak because I'm very tired of being cursed.
I listened to her. She just, like, fried a giant cube of slime with a lightning bolt. It was pretty insane.
The Eddin, one of the two, is gonna walk forward and sort of leans down its giant frame so that it's eye level to you. We're having an argument.
Yes.
Yep.
I heard that.
Maybe we could help and not piss off the giant.
You see the beautiful sunset as the red sky marks your at least 12 hours have passed.
Ooh.
You have until morning,
Running out of time.
and this figure is watching you intently.
Okay, so here's a solution. Maybe we could all share the meditation spot. Yeah. Get some ear mufflers so you can't hear the other people's prayers and just your own prayers.
But I want meditation.
Yeah, well, everyone can meditate.
No, but I want it.
Oh, yeah, well,
You would
you
still
can
get
have it, and you can have it. Everyone can have a meditation.
We each get our own meditation.
We ain't sharing with nobody, alright?
Well,
You hear that? We
sharing
need
is caring.
and quiet.
Well, war is shared, so got you, and justice is for everyone. So, sharing.
Make a persuasion check.
Is he just nervous? That is a 16. 7 plus 9, because he's actually persuasive.
One of the Ettins seems fairly convinced. Like one head turns to the other. That could work, yeah. Could work. I'm not even sure if there is a god, so what anyway. The second Ettin is just furious right now. You can see it's like hyping itself up to fight.
No, would that work? Hold on.
Guys, is he...
What if
or is he having
one person prays for everyone, and then they give everyone the answers?
But they want to pray to specific.
You know who we pray to? You think you can pray for us, huh? One of the humanoids.
Who says I can't?
Well, it's like, you know, I say you can if you don't know what we're praying for. You know?
I feel like your faith is shaken, so who says that praying would work if your faith is so shaken?
Just saying my faith is shaken. I climbed this mountain, alright? And I did it drunk. I don't think you climbed this mountain drunk, did you?
So, both
That's actually pretty
impressive. Party? I don't know what I'm saying. Please stop me. Oh. Yes, I believe your faith is shaken.
He just puts a hand over her mouth.
I'm just gonna subtly use chill touch on the big guy.
Okay.
Subtly attack.
It creates a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against it to assail it with the chill of the grave.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Nat 20.
Okay, you hit one of the Ettins. Go ahead and deal damage.
The Ettins, they were starting to agree.
So that's 2d8 necrotic. That's 11 points of necrotic damage.
It's a natural 20, so you double it.
22 points of necrotic damage. It can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn, but we're not in the thing, so that's fine. Until that point, the hand clings to the target. So it has 22 points of damage and a ghostly hand clinging to it.
Oi, Kroska! Look what's going on! Look what's going on! And it hurts! And he reaches into his bag and he pulls out a feathery humanoid and begins slapping at the hand.
That's messed up. That's messed up. That's a person.
You should put that down.
Yeah, that's a person.
That's a lady.
The person is not stopping. This Ettin, this giant, has been hurt and by something magical, and it's now sort of like holding.
He pulls out a short bow, draws a red feathered arrow, pulls, and fires.
And
roll initiative, you guys.
Yep.
Okay. I'll let you call out for the numbers.
Okay. 4 total for Rue. And what did you get, Volks?
11.
11. Okay. What did you get, Orlo?
18.
18 for Orlo. We roll for Ettin 2. Both of them rolled for once.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna roll for the gang of drunk worshippers.
So are we killing people? Is this what's happening?
I'd like to know.
I mean, that was messed up, so I'm gonna shoot this at him. Yeah.
Orlo, it is your turn.
Alright, so, he's aiming specifically for exactly where the hand is to, just make him stop hitting them with the humanoid. This is a red feathered arrow. It's enchanted.
Nice.
That is a 24 to hit.
24 does hit.
I suppose I don't have sneak attack. As much as this allied arrow is within 5 feet, that would be bullshit.
Yeah.
That is 1, then plus 2, then plus 4 equals 7. 7 damage as this arrow lodges into there.
Duly noted. The drunks are up. They're just gonna take some steps back. You see that even though there are 5 of them, they're quite cautious. And next up, Rue.
Looking up the spell. He's like, well, all of this is a lot. She is gonna. What would Rue do?
Shoot him with a hand, shoot him, lightning bolt or something. I don't know. Do something scary.
Sure. Whatever you say, buddy. She's gonna try to witch bolt the hand.
Okay.
That'll do.
Something window's open. Lord. 12.
12 will just hit. Are you spending a first level spell slot?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright, so 1d12. So that's 7.
7. Okay. Duly noted. This thing is hurt. It is still the Etton's turn. Oh, wait, Volks, have you got your turn?
No, I have not. I was about to ask. I thought I rolled an 11.
Yeah, so you should have been before Rue.
Whoops. She took a second. She was like, So, seeing that this thing is badly hurt, she is going to, toll the dead! And release a very large bell, having him take a wisdom save, the Etton specifically.
Okay.
With holding the air.
And actually rolls a natural 20 on saving throw.
That is a wise Etton.
Yes.
Oh.
They are here
With a sagely beard.
So I guess after doing that, she's gonna hide behind Rue.
You use your bonus action to hide. Roll for stealth.
Yay! That is a 14, I believe. Yes. No.
Roll.
Sorry.
15.
15. Yeah.
Okay. And then we now have the Etton's turn. The one that has been attacked looks at you, can't spot the goblin, and is going to rush forward and make an attack against the wizard and the rogue. First against the wizard.
Ooh.
That's a 21 to hit.
Oh, that's gonna hit.
It's gonna hit. It's gonna deal a bit of damage too, I believe. 15 points of slashing damage from a battle axe.
15?
1-5.
Okay. Oh, she's not looking so hot.
Yeah. Next comes the Morning Star against you. That's also 21 again against the rogue.
And against
That'll hit.
Yeah. 20 points.
Uncanny dodging that.
Uncanny dodge, so you take 10 instead.
Just twist to the side as this thing slams into him.
The second Etton is gonna be like, it's a conspiracy against us. I told you religion makes people violent. And it is going to grapple you, I believe, the rogue, because you've been making the weapon attacks. You can make an athletics check against it, should you want. So, 14 total.
That's enough. I rolled very low. I only got a 12.
So it grabs you, and you feel like it's probably about to start squeezing.
Okay, this is not what I wanted.
Alright, top of the turn again, we've got Orlo.
Okay, so Orlo at this point, he's going to... So to escape, I probably need to make an athletics check. Is that an action or a bonus action?
It would be an action, I would say. If you want to risk it and you make a high enough acrobatics check, I will let you use the bonus action.
Nah, I will do it as an action because I don't want to get squeezed. That would be a using either one. That's a 14.
14. You do manage to, using your action, to get out of this thing's grip.
Okay, this is a no. He's going to bonus action disengage and run back.
Yes.
Oh.
And at the end of your turn, we have Volks.
Volks, who, seeing her wizard friend get slashed, and she's like, oh no. And so she's going to touch her on the back and say, there, and cast Cure Wounds at level 3.
Nice.
So that's 8, 9, 10, 15 points of healing surges into you.
Points of healing. Nice.
And I also get some healing from that, which is lovely.
Yeah.
Mark that down.
Yep, marking down that I also have 5 points of health. And then she's going to actually, oh shoot, what is Orlo's stride? Like, how far back did he go?
He went 30 feet back.
30 feet? Because I'm small, I can't make it. I only have 25, but, she's gonna use movement to try to get closer to Orlo, if possible, because she has a feeling that he's not looking so hot either.
Okay. So you just spot now that the that was holding the bird that you've been attacking dropped that to go and attack you. So this sort of feathery humanoid is lying unconscious on the ground behind. Oh. And next up are the drunks, and they're like, "What's going on here? What's?" And they're gonna rush over to try and help the bird person.
Yeah, help the bird person, please.
Rue, it is your turn. There is an Etten right up next to you, and another one not far behind.
Rumble, 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 rumble. Wow. I have been wanting to test out this lightning skill.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh.
The Etten.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
So
if you get it in line, you might be able to get both of them.
Ooh, actually, can I try to do that? Can we try to shuffle over or like...
Yeah, you can move around to get them both in a line.
Shuffle.
Shuffle. I'm gonna do 2 dexterity saves.
Cool.
That's a 11 on the first, and 5 on the second.
Okay. And they're trying to beat
They
my...
haven't succeeded.
okay. Deal.
5 or 11 is not going to beat yours, DC.
True.
So go ahead and roll damage against both.
Yay! So 8d6 per dude. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. First one takes 28 points of damage.
That is applied to both.
Hey, Bubba?
That's applied to both.
Oh, dope. Then both take 28.
28 to both. And we're marking that down. Alright. Next up are the Etten's turn. The one that's getting attacked the most looks pretty hurt. It's gonna... I just wanted to pray! And it's gonna disengage and start running towards one of the holes. The one that remains, it's gonna be like... I don't like... And it's gonna make 2 attacks against the wizard. That's an 18 plus 7. First one is gonna hit. Second one is 14.
It's gonna hit.
Yeah.
My AC is...
The glass cannon!
You first take 12 points of damage.
Oh, my healing, no.
And second attack is gonna be 17 points.
And I'm unconscious!
And this creature is so big that as its bonus action, it's just gonna drop one of its weapons, pick up your body, and it's gonna start running towards the tunnel. The gods will get you! Or they won't!
So, is it my turn?
I believe it's Volk's turn? No, it's not.
Round is over, top of the round is Orlo again.
Alright. So Orlo, seeing this, is going to use his movement and bonus action to move, dropping his bow, pulling out his short sword. He's like, you know what? Nope, not losing my friend. And charges it up with lightning as it flows from his mark along the blade and takes a swing into the back of his calf.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Alright. Please hit. That would be a 14 to hit.
14 just hits.
Oh.
Well, actually,
Okay,
no, it's just 12.
Ooh. Okay, that's good. So, first, a d6 for the weapon. That could be better. That could be better. But come on. You can still do this. Then I get sneak attack.
I think because she's unconscious, I don't know if you do.
No, swashbuckler. No one is within 5 feet of me.
That's fair?
Did you run? No, wait, yeah, you are, because 15.
Okay, so 1, 1, 2, 12, the D8, 4, 12, 16, plus 4 equals 20, and he'll take 2 more D8 if he moves again as he strikes in and uses all his movement, so he's only carrying 1 short sword and his ankle is got back.
Okay, next we have Volks. It's your turn.
As she sees her wizard friend go unconscious and be picked up so she can't do her touch healing anymore, she's gonna go, Rue, no! And cast Healing Word at level 3 to hopefully give her friend a bit of an oomph.
That's nice.
So that's 6, because that was 3d4 then. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of healing, plus her wisdom modifier. And I get another 5 points of healing on top.
Alright, 13 points of healing. You are once again conscious, Rue, in the grasp of this Etten.
Like this.
Next up are going to be the drunks, who they confer a little bit. And it's like, when you see people discussing what bar to go to, they're like, oh no, I hate that place. Oh, that's a good idea, yeah. And they all agree, and they're gonna put the unconscious bird person in the center of the meditation square, and they're all gonna sit down around her. Rue, it is your turn.
I'm gonna, what's that one called that I like doing?
You see the person you first attacked running away somewhat ahead, and then you are now being held by the other person who's also running in the same direction.
I am gonna, what can I use to get out of this quickly? Oh, what can I do that'll be easy that I can get the fuck out of here? I don't have no, darkness wouldn't work. No. Oh, Misty. I've never used Misty Step. Pull up what its numbers are.
As a bonus action, you can teleport 30 feet.
Mm.
Oh, as my bonus action.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you can use a cantrip as your action.
Okay, cool. Cantrip as my. Oh, that's beautiful. Just gonna acid bubble and then teleport.
Okay, make an attack with disadvantage.
That's a nat 1.
Yeah, so you try and as you're being shaken around by this big giantkin that is running, you just miss entirely. It goes flying off the edge. But then
that's not going to hurt anyone at the bottom there.
You use Misty Step, and you appear 30 feet out of its grasp.
Welcome
Next
back.
up are the Ettins. They are both going to use their action to keep running, not even noticing that you're gone out of the grasp.
The one that keeps running is going to feel electricity crackle up his legs.
Oh yeah, deal damage?
Yeah, he takes 3 damage. Not that
3 damage.
Oh wait, 3 damage plus 3, 6. 6 damage.
Nice. Yeah, they're both pretty hurt. They start almost disappearing over the lip of whatever tunnel they came from. Orlo, it's your turn. What do you do?
Seeing that, he looks over to the people praying over that. Guys, does this? We kind of want to pray here. Can we pray too? Is this a thing we can do? What's happening?
Just do it. Don't ask him. Just do it.
Okay, he's gonna walk over there, sit down, and start being like, "Oh, strange horse I saw in a misty cloud. You left like a mark on my hand. It was weird."
Okay. As you sit down and
Yes.
you try to pray to your god, make a religion check or a wisdom check.
Alright. That is a 16.
You are not able to overcome the sort of spiritual influence of the 5 people already praying there, and thus you become a part of their prayer. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Oh shucks. Oh, that hit my thumb. Do we count that if it knocks against my thumb?
I don't know. If it's bad for you, yes. If it's
Cool.
good for the story, yes.
So that would be 6.
So you see Orlo, your Goliath friend, sort of step up, and he tries to sit down on the platform, and he immediately starts swaying as though he were drunk.
Oh. Oh, okay.
And suddenly, you are in a hall of people sort of throwing back shots. And you see all of these people around you, and it's sort of a ritualistic 1, 2, 3, wisdom!
I love it.
Are they praying
This is
to
not
Dionysus?
straight forest in a mist cloud. He walks over, takes a glass. Wisdom.
Yes. And somebody sort of looks at you, and now the bird person is on the table of this tavern hall. Hey, we got somebody joining us. All right. You wanna drink this person to health?
If we finish this and we continue to drink them to health, can I pray to something afterwards? It's like a...
I don't know. I've never been to the top of the mountain. We're no experts. All right. Gotta finish the ritual though, otherwise things could get real hairy.
Oh, okay. Yep, we're doing it.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. I don't wanna mess with the ritual.
So, a bartender shows up. Again, you, on the outside, Rue and Volks, you see Orlo has been transported somewhere else, like mentally. He is going through the motions like the rest of them, having conversations with the group. And they can't see you guys anymore.
Can we drag their bodies away from the peak?
You're outside of the platform right now.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I mean, it would give us room, and then we wouldn't have to worry about interference.
Is there room for Volks in her small stature to find a small place on the platform? Or is it all taken
room
up?
on the platform if you want to join in.
I think any prayer might be helpful, and maybe I can try to siphon off a bit of that good juice. Do you want to come and try to help me? Maybe we could pray a little bit together.
Sure. What you said your person's name was?
Neuralis and Alor.
Neuralis.
No, Neuralis and Alor. Two names.
Neuralis and Alor.
That's his name.
Cool.
If not, then we'll know what's happening to Orlo, and maybe he's gone somewhere pretty cool. I don't know. Seems like pulling him off seems like a bad idea.
1, 2, 3.
Meanwhile, in the dimension of the drunk, a bartender has just appeared, or a waiter of some sort, and shows up. All right, I gotta have to ask, what will it be for the night? And turns to you.
Yeah. I would like to know, oh wow, I'm really drunk. How I can solve this curse that keeps making me move every 24 hours. It's kind of traumatic. Going to run out of places to go pretty soon.
We do not sell curse solutions here, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's disappointing.
And yoink, and you see essentially your drink and your tables and everything is sort of taken away, and you are thrown out of the ritual. You see Orlo fall off the platform, still drunk. Rejected by these guys' ritual.
Oh god, this is not the first time this has happened. First time it's happened in a spiritual sense. I've been thrown out of a lot of bars, that's what I'm trying to say.
Did we go pray to Aloe?
They're drinking.
Let's give yours a try. His didn't work.
Oh, well, okay. So Volks is going to try to find a little bit of a space and kind of. I've never prayed with people, so do we hold hands? I think.
And as you do that, make your wisdom roll.
I will.
Do I do or something like that?
That's a 12, friends.
Again, you join their prayer. And make a constitution save.
That's a nat 1, friends.
You are also drunk right now.
Oh, this isn't the place.
You're all so hammered.
Did she come with because they were holding hands?
If you're joining in the platform, I'm gonna say yes. And make a constitution save to see if you can hold your own.
Oh, and just as they leave, probably before they can hear it, he says, "Oh yeah, they don't sell curse solutions, and they won't help with that. Oh, they're gone."
So that's a 6.
6. Both of you stumble into the bar dimension now. Both drunk. Everybody at the table turns to you. Hey, welcome! Come on, join us, I say. You see that there are 4 men and 1 woman in the crew.
Lady!
That was crazy! How you two just attacked them Ettins, and you did it, and it was very violent.
They were being really mean. It wasn't nice. Rue just has blue hair. She didn't.
People who are mean, I'll drink to that.
Yeah.
And everybody raises their glasses, and the bartender starts coming your way.
Hey!
Yes, what will it be?
What is the special?
The special, that is an interesting choice. Would you care for it?
Well, what is it? Can I ask?
It's so special that drinking it is its own experience.
Well, can I ask a question?
She wants to know what it's like.
No. Is Neuralis here? Where is he at? Is he in this house?
Neuralis, this is the house of Caden Callion.
Caden?
Make a religion check. With disadvantage, unfortunately, because you're drunk.
That is
funny. A 10.
That is a 11 plus 5, so 16.
You do, with a 16, know that Caden Callion is the god of drinking and dumb luck.
You know what? I will take the special of Caden Callion.
Yay, everybody cheers.
Yeah. Do you want this? You're blue, but do you want the special?
What else is on the menu? What else can I get?
You want to know the menu?
Like,
you can drink to the health of a loved one.
I don't got a lot of those anymore.
That's a bummer. We can drink to bummers. Care for a drink to the bummers?
My existence is a bummer. That's a big drink.
Alright, 1 special and 1 bummer coming up.
Now it's just pink hair.
Your hair's pink now.
Yeah, it's pretty, right? I like it.
And 2 drinks are brought forward. They just both look like plain, clear liquid shots.
Why don't I get drunk more? It's so much fun.
Who drinks first?
Cheers. She clinks, and Volks knocks it back.
Alright. You consume the special of Caden Callion.
Mm-hmm.
The next time you do something incredibly stupid, you will have a moment of luck that comes with it.
I will make a note of that. The blessing of Caden Callion.
What do you do, Rue?
She would have also ended up going, oh, what's just happened? But if that's too late, it's fine.
Yeah, you've made your order.
Yeah, it's fine.
So you can tell that the people around you now, you were brought up at the start, they're all ordering different drinks. Some of them are drinking to the health of a loved one. Some of them are drinking to screw over someone they don't like. Everyone's trying to get a blessing of some sort. Do you consume the drink in front of you?
Me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, she's gonna down that sucker.
As you consume the drink of the bummer, you get a sudden urge to tell everyone around you about a very sad event in your life.
Oh shit.
I'm feeling good. How are you feeling? My voice changed.
Why didn't they want me?
I'm not so bad. I'm smart. I'm a wizard.
What?
Magic and stuff. Why did they leave me behind? They weren't supposed to. We're supposed to be together. Why did they leave me behind? They weren't supposed to. I'm magic. I can do stuff. Why are you leaving me behind? There, it just goes dark purple.
There.
Let
very-
me alone. I mean, we worked out a little, but we're supposed to like each other. No one likes us.
I like you. Yeah. You're smart. And you can cast the magic keys from your fingers. And if someone leaves you behind, they can suck on a manhole cover. Those are gross. Those are very gross.
You know, my hair, how it does stuff.
Why did your hair do stuff?
Do Dragonborns have hair?
No, apparently just hair appeared on this Dragonborn.
She was bald before this.
Yeah, and
You
now
have-
suddenly hair is growing out of this Dragonborn. It's quite strange to watch.
Bulk's even gonna try to touch, even though she's like 3 feet tall.
Yes.
I've never seen a Dragonborn with hair.
Somebody's saying, like, yeah, that's not a thing caused by the dimension. I think that's just her. You can
Oh.
do that, apparently. And meanwhile, as this is going on, Orlo,
Yes.
you are noticing that your friends have spent quite a lot of time
In Drunkville.
in this dimension. And drunk as you are, you can see, though, that the sun has set and stars are appearing in the sky. What do you do?
Alright, Orlo kind of shifts his shoulders, then, he moves over to one of the people praying and pulls them back.
Okay, you're going to try and pull them out.
Pull each of them back away from the area.
All right, make a strength check against them. It's a 13 on their point.
14 on mine.
Okay, so you guys in the drunk dimension see one of the people just vanishing, and with that, you're pulled out.
Important question. Did Orlo pick Bulks up?
Nope, just drag her back.
Okay.
And he dragged that. He walks up to the prayer stone, looks at his hands to where this little emblazoned black mark with 2 holes and a mouth on his hands. He puts it down on the prayer stone, and a large cloud of mist billows out, encompassing the place as he says, "Alright, I don't know your name. I like the name Storm Stallion. It's pretty cool. But I need you right now, whatever you are."
So have you emptied out the space?
He's emptied out the space.
And now you're stepping in
Yeah.
to try and do your prayer. Make a wisdom check.
So am I back in the real land?
Yes.
And we're drunk.
Back hairless.
That's a 3.
You're trying to get your own prayer going. Meanwhile, all of you, essentially, all the people who are suddenly drunk and are still quite intoxicated, are like lying in a little pile. With still the unconscious Aarakocra like bleeding out on top of you all.
Can Bulks go, oh no, I'm good at this, and then try to cast Cure Wounds on the Aarakocra?
Yes. I'm gonna have to make some death saving throws to see whether she made it.
Oh wait, no.
She's
Sorry.
still alive.
I'm okay.
Yes.
Okay.
She still would have had the colorful hair. I realize she's drunk, so she's not paying attention to her head.
Come back to us. You need to find your son. And is that going to cast it? Just at level 1. So that's 5, 8. So she gets 8 points of health surged into her.
And with that, the Aarakocra, which could have been healed in the drunk dimension, but never got her beverage,
No.
you at least are able to use your magic, and it pops her back. Where am I?
You're at the top of the mountain. Your husband and your son, Pilo, are waiting for you.
Thank you, little goblin. Who are all these people?
No, they are just kind of here and they're drunk.
They're drunk. And they tried to help you, but the prayer went a little funny, so unfortunately, I helped you.
It's very misty.
Yeah.
That he's doing something.
I also take a D8 of damage because I did the 40-foot.
Mm. So you see from the mark in Orlo's hand, a little bit of electricity or something is harming him. He has not been able to call upon whatever GAD.
At this point, he's just staring down his hands, tears kind of streaming down his face. Don't leave me too. Don't reject me too.
Can Volks go to try to assist his role and give him guidance?
Yes.
So Volks, stumbling little drunk goblin, goes, "It's okay, buddy. No one's gonna leave you," and gives him a pat and guidance, and if possible, an assistance on the religion check.
Alright.
Rue's gonna stumble up and just put a hand on both their shoulders because she thinks it's a group hug.
Alright. You guys can choose somebody to roll with advantage.
Religion is an intelligence check, so I wouldn't recommend,
I believe my character is trying to do it, but if someone else wants to roll because it's their idea, go for
Roll
it.
again with advantage.
I think it makes sense for Orlo. And plus a d4.
Lovely. And that is a 15.
Tell me about the Storm Stallion.
So, in that time when he was at his most lonely, when he was left alone in the wilderness, wounded, beaten, abandoned, he came upon a swamp where mist had formed as he was trudging through, limping along. And all he saw was this beautiful horse, seeming to be made out of rumbling clouds, its dark mane crackling with veins of blue. He walked towards it, somehow feeling himself walk across the water. He put out his hands, touched its muzzle, and was blown back 10 feet, learning nothing about it. He woke up from unconsciousness with a mark, and his wounds healed.
And that is exactly where you find yourself back. The three of you now sort of clutching onto each other. The same space. Standing now on top of the water, there is indeed a stallion. This beautiful mount. Looks at you. What do you do?
Hi.
I want to pet it.
Don't, that's a bad idea.
No,
this
is his thing. Gotta let
I
him do
was,
his thing.
hoping for a little bit of help. I got this curse. It makes me move. Kinda makes it hard to settle down. Do you know anything that could help? Storm Stallion, if that's your name.
You make an insight check.
Alright.
Volks is meanwhile holding onto Rue's dragon hand, saying, "Nah, this is his thing. Gotta let him go on his path."
So that was
This
a
is
bad
a
idea.
6. That's the 6.
This creature walks again on the water. You see little streams of electricity passing through the current as it gets closer and closer but doesn't touch you. You have no idea what it's thinking, but it's just looking at you. And then it begins galloping away.
Wait, he begins running after it, wait, but that's not an answer. That's not an answer.
Okay, you see your friend start running away, and he does indeed run across the water.
Let's go. We'll follow him. Let's go.
Make a athletics check. You have to see if you can catch up with this speed.
That is a 19.
19.
That is the 13.
You are keeping pace. Unless you expend some sort of resource, it is still ahead of you.
He's using his bonus action, his movement, and his action, just full-on sprinting, barreling forward.
Can I assist him with a spell?
Go ahead, what are you giving him?
He's been doing athletics, which is strength, I believe.
Yes.
It's, never mind, it's touch, because I don't think, Volks has been able to, because he's ahead, isn't he? So she wouldn't be able to touch him, would she?
He starts getting ahead, yes.
Throw me. Rue, throw me, I gotta touch him, you gotta throw me.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you gotta throw me, I gotta help him, you gotta throw me.
Okay.
Okay, make an athletics check to throw her. I like this very much, he's letting herself be picked up.
Yeah, progress. Athletics is strength.
Don't do this if I'm sober, throw me.
15.
15, yeah, it's surprising she is able to chuck you, and you just managed to catch up with the rogue, but still. Quite a sprint. You were barely able to touch him on the back, and what do you cast?
So I cast Enhance Ability at, I believe I only have one level 3 spot left, so I cast at level 3.
Oh man.
And with that, because I can do 2 creatures at level 3, I'll also touch myself and give myself, full strength. So it's advantage on strength check. So for athletics, you could cast that ability at advantage, and your carrying capacity doubles. So both of us can now run a lot better.
So, yeah, you feel the bulk that is holding you back decrease Orlo. And with that, being a rogue, having a bonus action, all these dash abilities, you do manage to catch up with this horse that is barely trotting. It doesn't seem to be at a full gallop. What do you do?
Does it seem to be trying to lead me somewhere, or?
It's just running.
He tries to jump on its back.
Okay. And as you do, you leap onto the back of the horse. There is a moment of insight. You may get rid of the curse, but your strength lies in never ceasing to move. And as you get onto this horse, it speeds into the distance. You see faster and faster, again, as the two of you land, Rue and Volks, Orlo just sort of disappears across the horizon, faster than you've ever seen anything move. And then all of you wake up outside of the platform, having been blown back, taking, indeed, 5 points of lightning damage.
And are we still drunk as skunks?
Yes. Strangely enough.
Never pick me up again. I hated that. Why would you think that was a good idea? I hated it. That was the worst. You're lucky I didn't bite you. You're lucky.
You told me to do that.
Where's the proof? I would never do that.
My memories.
Is Orlo there?
Orlo, or you're on the opposite side of the platform, but yes, you've appeared, and your body is like sort of convulsing with the electricity, and again, this sort of revelation is, don't stop moving, don't stop moving, don't stop moving, don't stop moving. You have not gained any answers because you could not communicate with this horse. You do indeed, though, have the Storm Stallion's blessing.
Oh.
You gain the ability to, should you need it, for a minute, double your movement speed.
Oh, wow.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Is this a one-use type of thing?
Yes, it's a blessing.
Alright.
And you will notice that wherever dimension you spent a while in, time has passed. The drunks are still very drunk, sort of surrounding the area. Sarin seems to have sort of been walking to check around the edge, and she's sort of testing her wings, and it seems that she's preparing to fly down. She turns. Oh, you made it back.
I have a question for you, Surin.
Yes?
What were you going to pray for? Was it money?
Well, I was going to pray for a way out. We're in quite a lot of debt, and our business isn't taking off. So I just wanted a way out of that.
As a cleric and a person of kind will, I can part with 63 gold for you. And she goes into her coin. Still drunk, so is having a lot of trouble pouring out 63 gold.
She puts her hand on yours and stops you. You've already helped me, I feel. I could have died up here. So don't. But I believe in Abadar. I believe in commerce and the exchange of skills and goods. And I know I have something. I'm going to ask Abadar for it. Did you find what you were looking for?
I don't think so.
No.
Well, sun is almost rising. Maybe we'll sleep on it and try tomorrow, huh?
No, we can never come back here again, ever. That is our curse.
Oh. Well then, what are you going to do about that?
Evidently not pray at the peak.
He kind of gets up after that moment, just shaking. Well, I guess I had some sort of deep, fundamental answer on a moral scale. I suppose we could try the actual clerics, God. Right? Is that a thing we could try?
Do we have time?
No, it's almost sunrise.
It will probably kick us out, right? Question for the curse. Does it kick us out, or do we need to leave?
When your time is up, when you spent 24 hours in a place, you get struck with an unyielding, sort of irresistible urge to leave that place and never come back.
Maybe it's the alcohol, but I'm feeling lucky.
Yep. You know what? I'm gonna help you out. We'll see how this works.
Why not? Okay.
And with that, the three of you head back onto the pedestal. What is a prayer of Neuralis like?
Well, it's very interesting because Volks herself is as though she's kind of gone to churches of Neuralis. She's not a very good student. So she kind of has her own sort of way of doing it. And she tends to focus on a warm feeling, a feeling of wanting to help others. The feeling of kind of when she first encountered Neuralis. And she takes her symbol and she imagines others proliferating and sort of going forward. And so with that, she kind of focuses on that desire and usually kind of holds her pendant and sort of traces her finger over the flying dove. And that's kind of how she tries to get in contact with him, be it in search of answers or
Make a spellcasting ability check.
Oh boy. Is that plus the attack modifier or just
Yeah, your wisdom plus your proficiency.
No, I have that. Hot dog! That's an unnatural 20. I got a 12, and my mod is an 8.
And quite possibly the calmest version of this transportation you've ever done. Neither, breaking up somebody else's party, nor praying to a god that you don't understand or even have like a motivation for. And you're now praying to Neuralis. And suddenly, the ground underneath you disappears and it turns to flat white. And the stars above turn into feathers. White feathers falling all around you. And you hear a soft, comforting voice.
What is it, innocent one?
I am in a bit of a tough spot, as you probably know. I'm currently a bit cursed. I was hoping if you could help us remove this curse. As you know, I liked the city I lived in, but I can't go back.
This curse of yours. It has two parts. Your expense comes at someone else's gain.
Oh. I see.
If you wish to lift it, the one who wanders must find the one who lingers.
I see.
When you do, I can give you the means to break the curse. But you must find them first. And the feathers start to swirl around you, and you are instilled with the knowledge of a counter curse.
Ooh.
Nice.
Is there a place to look for this one who lingers, or a face?
That you will have to find on your own.
Oh.
Who are these companions that you brought?
This is you. This is
Her hair turns
Orla.
warm gold.
Or low. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
They are fellow cursed, such as myself.
You seem like you give great hugs. You've just got a good vibe. I like you. Good
He's
job.
very drunk.
I tend not to judge, but people tend not to perform these ceremonies intoxicated.
It wasn't really.
That's the
I
story.
am a manifestation of healing and suffering, but still I have some standards.
It's been a very long day, Morales. I'll be honest, I'm not exactly 100% sober myself, but I try to compose myself around you.
I'm not drunk very often, so I don't know how. I'm sorry.
You know what? I'm just gonna. He puts his hand over her mouth. It's okay.
But they're good people. I think they're both lost. More lost than me.
And at that point, a bunch of other people start to appear in your space. Oh, what's going on? What is? It's like a comfy pillow. It is. Look at all the feathers. And the drunk, now sort of sobered up, are joining in, and you hear like this ever-present sigh. The dimension around you, of a kind and loving and gentle mind whose patience is wearing thin.
These are all friends of yours as well?
No, they're more of pleasurable acquaintances.
So what kind of god is this? It's a god of birds, I say. It's a bird lady.
I'm sorry.
And you will start to feel an urge.
Oh.
Ooh.
An urge to leave.
No.
And the thing that I might not have told you about, or that we may have inferred, is that when the curse gets stronger and stronger, the will to leave gets stronger and stronger.
Oh.
Until you start leaving by the fastest possible means. It's not good. So you feel like, oh, the countdown is starting.
Norales, I must go. I must leave.
Should go, my child.
And you pop out with the drunks as well, being sort of like, it's like a feather fall. You all explode out of the platform, but then you land very gently and softly on the ground.
That was Norales. He's cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. You got a cool job.
The colorful hair goes away as she kind of sobers up a bit. Let's
Sun
go.
is rising. Time to go. What is your point of exit here? What do you do to get down from here as fast as possible before the
way
suicidal instincts kick in?
But that's going to be a long climb. Let's go down the hole the others went down.
But then there's 2 Edens down there, and then we might die.
Yeah, they're running.
We run down a hole. We can't jump. We're just running down a hole.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Whatever we're doing, we gotta do it fixed.
Okay, which hole are you running down?
The wolf personally runs down the hole they already came out because they know everything's been cleared out already.
Oh, that's good.
Okay,
She's following.
so you do that. You do, however, you start running. As you're running down that hole, you start to see sort of paper and parchment covering it as you are again gathering near the end, and that gotta leave. You see sunlight pouring in. You realize that the opening from when you came in was not at the very bottom though. There's still quite a large fall, and you can't stop your feet now. You still have your mind, you still have your sanity, but you are running straight towards the opening that is halfway down the slope, or with a lot of feet down.
Anybody got an axe? And tie a rope to it,
So-
and then we can just...
What, Orlo immediately don't worry, at least I'm used to this. He shoves one of the pistons into the ground, ties a rope around it, grabs it, and reaches out for everyone as he jumps off the back, holding on and trying to slide down.
Without slowing down, you're doing this. You're like, oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to stop! And you whoosh over the edge. And you start sliding. All of you make dexterity saving throws.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh
12.
15.
5?
5. Orlo, you begin sliding down. How long is your rope? 50 feet?
I have 100 feet between the climber's pack and the burglar's pack.
Nice. So you are able to slide. You, Volks, you're able to slide down part of the way, but then you're moving too fast and your hand loosens.
Oh.
I think, Rue, you just fall straight off. You don't even grab the gun. What do? You're falling. It's 100 feet, 200 feet down.
Oh, God. Spells.
And then Volk's just gonna yell, if I survive, I can bring you back if I find you within... no, I can't. I don't have the spell slot. I lied. I'm sorry.
I lied, you're coming back!
Ah!
This is happening in seconds.
I don't know the specifics, but would Featherfall save my ass?
Yes, that's the spell for it.
All of us!
It could have saved all of us.
Can affect, I think, useful 5 people.
Yes.
So I think as
all 3
you
of
all
us.
begin picking up speed, you see Orlo reaching the end of his rope, and you're I would logically just hold on to the rope, but your body wants to let go. You want to get out of here.
Yeah, we're all 3 of us.
And then Featherfall, you begin sort of slowing your roll, swimming to get down the curse taking you. But you do land safely as you take off running away from the mountain,
now I have
away
to
from
leave
your
my
first
rope
adventure.
behind.
The most tiresome 24 hours you've probably spent in recent memory. And that's the end of our session. Good game, you guys.
Good game. Until next time.
Now we see why Rue doesn't drink.
I'm so curious why she has hair.
She doesn't anymore.
With that, you have found some means. You know that if you can find the being who cursed you, pass a counter curse. There are going to be some things that you need to gather in order to do that, and most importantly, you need to find the source.
I love the tarot cards, by the way.
Yes. Those went so well for our fucking characters.
Raven, Innocent, and Broken One.
Yep.
Whatever that means, maybe we'll find out.
Next week.
Next week. Do you have any plans for what you want to do next week?
Volks is going to try to figure out how they can find the old lady. So that's kind of what her plan is. Maybe if they check out the manner of the curse, maybe find anyone else who's maybe cursed with this similar 24-hour curse. Or persons that are familiar to said curse.
Reasonable enough. So your plan for the following weeks will be to make your way over to the Manor of the Cursed, where we'll pick up session 2.
Alright.
Good game. Good game. So once again, my name is Ruben Sedergren. I've been the Game Master.
My name is Reed Seitz. I've been the cleric.
I'm Tyler Faison. I was the rogue.
Emily Forrest, I'm the wizard.
And have a good night.
Wizard!